Alright, so what's going on, boys? It's Salted Neos here. Me and my basically extinct glory, because, I can make that joke at the beginning of every video, because it's like once a friggin' year at this point. But, yeah, I have some things about to take apart, because I haven't used them in a while, so I figured I may as well just profile them, because that's what half these profiles even are in the first place, just deck records, basically. So, you like memes? We got memes for you right here. We're playing GRANDMERGE Turbo, which means, we get to play a bunch of these guys again. Like, all 0 people have ever played. Vanilla Hero Monsters! Yeah, we're running 8 of them. I don't even know if I need 8. I like having 8, because you can just get them easily, but if you don't have access to them, you just make a link to get them anyway. Except this guy. Actually, I guess you can search this guy, too. I didn't even realize that. I'm just happening to run targets for him. Yeah, every single one of these cards is searchable, so maybe it's a bit too much, but hey, why not? It makes it so you don't have to have the hero extenders to do anything with the deck. And the heroes that are slightly more useful. So we got one Bubble Man, which is technically also searchable, because for some stupid reason the Electrum's in the extra deck, so I wanted to meme on someone, though it also actually does help search a bunch of them. So I figure make Bubble Man searchable too. Even though you'd be searching it with another monster, and that kind of breaks the point, but whatever, it's there. It's a searchable water hero, so I guess that's the point. We got 3 Stratos, because it's Stratos, so you almost exclusively want to summon it off of this guy, being Solid Soldier. Because if Stratos is your normal summon alone, you typically need quite a bit to hold your hand up. And these two together just make the Infernal Devicer to easily access any of the stuff, anything you need. Even if you Verte Anaconda for things that aren't Red Eye Fusion, yeah, that's a thing. Red Eye or Verte for polymerization. Yeah, you know your deck's good when, right? 1 Liquid and 1 Shadow Mist. Liquid is basically just there. You search it when you can. You get free draws off of it. I'm not getting more copies because it's $80 for some reason, and Konami's refusing to reprint it. Thanks, Konami. And Shadow Mist is something you send off of this guy, Vian, which is a 3 of, and this is also something you really want to summon off of Solid Soldier, because it sends the Shadow Mist for a search, and then you can banish the Shadow Mist and grab Polymerization. You know, typical hero stuff, right? And having access to any fusion spell in this deck is a huge deal, because even if you're not making GRANDMERGE, you still have quite a few good hero cards to make. And for the last monsters, which probably should have just kept the rest out, 2 Mally. Just good. Again, you could just send it off Iron. You prefer not to because you want to. You want to be able to search the fusion spell, even though you are running 6, 7, I guess technically 10 if you, depending on how you look at it. And 1 Honest, because it's searchable, basically. On spells, we have the consistency cards of 1 A Hero Lives, get access to whatever, pretty solid. 3 E-Call. Get access to most of the stuff you end up needing. I guess this technically isn't a consistency card, but I didn't know where else to throw it in. 1 Oversoul. It's kind of in the same situation as... Honestly, you literally could just play a Monster Reborn because it's not in the deck. I don't know why this is... Yeah, now that I'm thinking the more I think about this, this is a really suboptimal choice. Even for a meme deck. I probably should have just played Reborn or something. Fusion spells. We got 3 Poly. Basic fusion spell. Believe me, you actually can realistically go through all of them. It's not even that hard. Even like I forget if Vine's once or not. Yeah, Vine's not even once. Wow. You realistically can go through all 3 of these, and all 3 of these being Miracle Fusion to Fuse from Grave, which is even better than Polymerization, and not much more to say about it. And the reason it's technically 10 or 8 or however the heck, or what did I say, 7 and 10. 1 Fusion Recycling Plant. Why this is a 1 of is because this thing's still in here. Amazing card, just grab it pushes for game, and even if you can't push for game, you can equip it to something you've already summoned, even a Mally if you want, just to get the access to Fusion Recycling Plants to get Poly again. And the last 3 cards, because this is a meme deck, I already know people without this card are just going to complain about it not being budget. Replace this with any hand trap. I'm running Imperm because I'm running Imperm. It's the best. It's the one that I consider the best choice. And extra, we got the name of the deck's namesake himself. We got 1 GRANDMERGE. So this thing is the whole point of the deck. It takes any 2 hero normals, and it gains attack and defense equal to the combined levels, which is why Neos is even in here. More importantly, if it kills something in battle, you can tribute it to summon any one hero fusion monster from the extra, ignoring its summoning conditions. So, the options I have in here are Nebula Neos to draw a bunch of cards, and Cosmo Neos to literally shut off the rest of the opponent's turn. Don't you love cards that do that? It's not the rest of their turn, it's the rest of your turn, unfortunately. But still. These things also are board wipes when they leave, because they're still Neos fusions, they still leave. This only gets rid of your opponent's stuff, but this unfortunately banishes the whole field. So Nebula is actually really situational. As if situational matters and your deck is consisting of a bunch of vanillas. I didn't say this is a good deck, I said this is a funny deck. You know, things I typically say. And the stuff you normally fuse into, more often than GRANDMERGE, unfortunately. 1 Ab-Zero, because it's really easy to make, and it's a easy board wipe. 1 Sunriser, because it's basically an extender if you have Poly, because you get Miracle Fusion, and you can just make whatever you were going to make anyway. And Trinity, because Trinity's just game-ending. And you ready for the meme fusions? It's like I said, external devices in here, which needs listed hero materials in order to search them. So, oh boy, do we have listed hero materials. 1 Flame Wingman, this is actually... Considering Electrum's in here, this is actually redundant. This is actually just to summon it for laughs. Got a game or two with it, it's funny. Same deal with this, so this technically does make Sparkman searchable, but so does the next card, Thunder Giant. These are just funny, replace them with something... If you don't want a meme, replace them with something funnier, as if you're playing this for anything other than memes. Thunder Giant, it's mostly for searching. I don't think I've ever summoned it. Electrum, I tried to summon it for laughs, didn't matter. This is, you're running this regardless, because it gives you the most consistent, it gives you the most things you can search off of for Infernal Devicer. So, yeah, have to. Speaking of Infernal, to Infernal. So, if it's Link summoned, you can reveal any hero fusion, and then you can just take 2 of its listed, specifically named materials, with different names from deck to hand, and you're locked into heroes afterward. So unfortunately you're locked into heroes, because there's also this package. 2 Link Spider, 1 Verte. Verte, yeah, there's no Red Eyes Fusion, there's no anything like that. This is double sleeve, because it's in the other deck. I'm probably going to have profile in the next couple days. I'm probably going to record that in a couple minutes. And it's also a very funny one, which we'll explain after this is explained. No side deck either. So Link Spider is, of course, you have 2 vanillas. It's the same kind of thing you can do in Ojama. You normal summon 1, link it for Spider, summon the other, link for Spider. You do the same sort of thing in Ojama back in the day if you open, like, 2 Ojama masks, but that's off topic. And Verte is to get 1 last fusion out. Now, unfortunately with Verte, if you Verte, you can't use GRANDMERGE, because GRANDMERGE can't special summon. But it does let you make extra monster. It lets you get 1 extra monster. Basically, it's just it's a last-minute crutch if you need it. It's also really good for unclogging hands, is what I found, which is why it's in here. Turn that off. It's unfortunate that things like Dragoon have to exist for this card to be stupid, because in what it's intended to do, it's not that stupid in my opinion. But anyway, that's the whole profile.